Welcome to Big Blend Radio with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Blend Radio's Adventures in Asheville show. We do this every first Tuesday. That means we get to kick off the month of August, my birth month. In Asheville. See? Yeah. August in Asheville. We're loving this. We're going to be talking about the end of summer in Asheville, North Carolina with our good friends Steve and Karen Wilson. They are known as Mr. and Mrs. Wild of Asheville because they're either out chasing wildlife to look at them nicely, or they're out hanging out with musicians, in their neighborhood, or they will travel for them. But they are the owners of the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast, which is located in the Montford Historic District of Asheville. It's a very historic neighborhood. Most of these houses are on the National Register, and I encourage you to go to their website, lion-rose.com. It's a beautiful B&B. It's a lovely Queen Anne Victorian. It's quite la-di-da, and Steve will bring you coffee in the morning before you get up. It's at your door. Like, that's the best thing ever. So welcome back, guys. Steve, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, doing good. Karen, how are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Doing good.
We're
Nancy,
in there.
you doing good? Yeah, we're
I'm
not
doing
that
good.
far.
Yes.
We were up in the Midwest. Now we're feeling like we're in the South, and we're making our way back to Asheville. So we're very excited we'll be there at the end of summer in August, and kind of feels weird. It's like Asheville's become like our second home in a way.
I know.
Whenever we're away from it, we're like, wait, we're away from the vicinity of Asheville. How rude is that? And for those just tuning in for the first time, Nancy and I travel full time on our Love Your Parks tour, and Asheville is in the hub of parks. Karen, tell everybody about the parks that surround you. It's like the Pisgah Forest. Is it? How do you pronounce it?
Pisgah. Yep, Pisgah. Pisgah National Forest is a nice, officially a rainforest, which is strange thinking it's in the mountains, but it has a lot of different types of wildflowers, little microclimates. So it's one of our favorite go-to areas for hiking any time of the year. Right now, everything's so nice and lush for summer. Green, pretty wildflowers, some of our favorite flowers. Butterflies are starting to appear. Great time to be out there.
Cool. But you've also got the Blue Ridge Parkway, and isn't that one of the most visited national park units in the country, I believe?
That's what we've heard, that it's now become #1 national park. In Blue Ridge Parkway, there's never a bad day on the parkway, as we say it. Even on a rainy, stormy day, beautiful views, watching the clouds and the storms move across, the clouds down in the valley. Sunny days, beautiful. You can't go wrong.
Steve, Smoky Mountains National Park. We got to add that in. Holy cow, that's a big one. But Steve, I know you love traipsing around for snakes and salamanders and all kinds of stuff. And I think of you when right now we're recording on a farm in Arkansas, and I'm like in the morning, I'm looking around like what's going on. But everybody's cool in the dew. But it's kind of interesting, like the end of summer. So we're looking at August and going into September, and you guys will be back on first Tuesday in September looking at fall, because you guys start to get those leaves. What's it like in regards to hiking in the forests? And I mean, are the waterfalls still flowing? Can you still see some butterflies and wildlife?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, come fall, the leaves will start changing, but there'll still be a few leftover butterflies here and there. They're starting to fade and getting ready to pass on, or some of them are actually just passing through, like the Buckeyes and the Monarchs are passing through the parkway on their little journey down south. And there's always plenty of water on the waterfalls for the most part, so you can always find waterfalls to go check out and get some good pictures, or if you're brave, go take a swim below one.
In the cold
I don't
water.
know. You got. I know, because that water is cooler than what you think.
Oh, yeah.
I remember one spring, Nancy and I were in the Sequoia National Park, and we thought we did this hike all the way through. Like, it was like they call Marble Canyon area, and it goes up into the Topeka Spring waterfall. Nancy, I can't. I always forget the name of this. But we were really hot. I mean, it was a hot day with a really bright sunlight. because of the rocks make it hotter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
we were back down we saw the waterfall, and they didn't have that much rainfall this year, right? But this year, everybody, you got to stay out of the water in the sequoias. You will wash away, like literally. It's a death trap right now. But
Mhm.
that we'd done this hike, and of course we find this beautiful sunny spot
Mm.
on the river's edge, and I'm like, dude, I'm so hot. I'm putting my feet in there. Holy cow. That water about froze my ankles. I was like, are you kidding me? And then some guy thought he could walk his girlfriend across the river, and he was like, Seinfeld shrinkage. Yeah, it's freezing. You can't be doing that. He's like, I'm trying to impress my girlfriend. I'm like, that didn't work.
Yeah, that,
Like,
no.
go back, go back. But it was cold. So is it like
Yeah.
that for you guys? Like that icy
It
cold
is.
still happening? Wow.
55
Wow.
degrees, 60 maybe. Still cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, even in the summer.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but you guys, you like the rainforest, is that why you have all those mushrooms? I'm stuck in this.
Mhm.
I'm all these Facebook groups of your area. It's all your fault. Seriously. It's all these mushroom people, and they're still finding mushrooms.
Hello.
They're shrooming out.
Mushroom people.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's because of the rainforest thing, right? That you have all those
Mhm.
mushrooms.
Mhm.
Yep.
Pretty much,
Definitely.
And
yeah. Been a little
blueberries.
drier
know
this
which
year, so we
ones-
haven't seen as many, but
Oh, wow.
We saw some nice
There's
ones
a
on our
couple here and
last
there, yeah.
hike.
yeah,
you know
yeah.
which
There'll
ones
probably
you
be more
can
as the season
eat?
goes on.
Do you know which ones
I'm
you
not
can
good
I
at
don't
eat?
know
that.
to try.
I don't try.
No,
Yeah.
some
Don't
of
eat
them are
anything
pretty.
purple.
No, if you don't, if you don't know, you don't want to. But
Well, if you see
um,
things when you
Mm-mm.
eat them, I want to hear about it. I want to know. You know.
well, not, some
But you
of
guys
them are
have
pretty
been,
poisonous.
yeah. I mean, some of them are, but I think there's
Yeah.
are there people that take people out to show them how to forage and do it correctly and know what they're doing?
There are a couple. Yeah, there are a couple foraging tours where they'll do that. We did that about a year and a half ago, where they took us out at, I think it was July actually when we went. It was summer, so it was mostly mushrooms we were finding, chicken of the woods, stuff like that. When they actually told us which ones we could eat, and then they fried some up, and and like garlic butter and that. It was tasty. It was good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. They say lion's mane is a big deal. Like we should all
Mhm.
be eating that, especially if we enjoy to, have a little wine here and
Yeah.
there. If you enjoy the vino or imbibing, one must have the lion's mane. I'm just bringing that up since you're the lion and the rose.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's really good for your brain and memory and all that good stuff. I do
Mhm.
want to bring out, you are in Beer City, USA. And as we get into these, and we are in the dog days of summer, so we're at the hottest part, but then it starts going towards fall. Fall always think, summer, we want beer to cool off. We always want beer.
Right.
Like, let's just get real. But then, like, as we head into fall, it just is like, that's beer season, right? In fact,
Mhm.
Oktoberfest
Oh, yeah.
is truly actually in September,
Yep.
not October, historically
Right.
speaking. So we're heading towards that way. I want everyone to know Steve brews beer on site. And when you check in, you get a brewski, especially once you get your luggage up to your room, come back down, get a brew. Oh, it's very nice. It's homemade. It's delicious.
Mhm.
Sundays, you can have a beer mosa. It's very special.
Yep.
But you
Mhm.
guys now have the keg rooms. Like, tell us about this.
Yep.
This is cool. Like, you can actually have a little tap in your room. Like, you can just
Mhm.
lean over and,
For your
have
room.
beer or beer.
Mhm.
Yeah, get like a gallon of beer inside the little keg, and it'll keep it cool for down to about 37 degrees, which is plenty cool. And yeah, you can pull like
Cool.
about eight pints from that little keg if you want.
Wow.
What is
Mm.
8 pints? Like, I'm sorry, I'm really stupid about numbers
Okay.
and that stuff.
but-
I'm stupid about
Well, that
American stuff. Like,
explains a lot.
no, I am.
I don't know. I just know it's the size of a glass.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. So you could have
Yeah.
8 glasses of beer in your room.
16 ounces.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
When
Yeah.
when are we checking back in? Like, we need to come see
Yeah.
you. Wow. So this is when
Soon.
they do a longer package, right?
Yes.
When they
When they stay 4
Okay.
nights. Yep.
Oh,
No
wow.
extra charge if they stay 4 nights. Just a nice little perk bonus.
Oh, that's perfect. So
Mhm.
that way they have a beer a day for a couple, you
Yeah,
know?
pretty much. Right. Yep.
Ah, I love that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And 4 days is still not enough, honestly, to
Mhm.
explore your area.
Especially this
So-
time of year. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
lots
you
to
guys
do out
have
here.
yeah, you sent me a list of events. So we covered a lot of the activities in the parks, forests.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on with this baseball thing? Because I see your photos, tourist baseball season. Like, what is this? What's going on? So the tourists come in, or the tourists, what's going on with it? Who's who? What's what?
That's
Do
our
you have
local
hot dogs?
team.
No, wait, we want to know.
Yep, that's
First thing, do you have the hot
That's-
dogs?
that is our local team. They are affiliated with the Houston Astros now. It's just a nice, minor league baseball nights. They do different things. Like yesterday, we went to the Doggies on the Diamond. We were allowed to bring the dogs with us, so they had such a good time.
Cool.
Thirsty Thursdays is well known here, so it's like $1 domestic beers and $3 craft beers, so you can't beat that.
And you can have hot dogs.
Yeah,
Hot
Friday
dog
hot dog
night
day.
is Friday, $1 hot dogs. Yep,
What?
fireworks.
What? This is
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
And so
No
the
kidding.
tourists
And
play. Okay, so tourists is a local.
It is our local team.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the name of the team.
We need to do this one night. Nancy and I have no clue
You
about
do.
sports. We just play music on the TV and watch
Yeah.
them people run
You would
around.
enjoy it. Hmm.
Yeah, this sounds more like our style. So who comes and plays against them? Like teams from local areas, or like
It's mostly from the south. Yesterday was like
Mm.
Rome Braves, so they're the affiliate of Atlanta Braves. It's mostly the
Oh,
southern
wow.
teams, smaller cities. Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own
Cool.
division. I think there's 5 or 6 teams in the division, and they all just play each other throughout the year until the finals. And I'm not sure how that works honestly, but because we haven't made the final since we've been here. But
No.
Ooh. But
But
you
it's
get
still
to
a good
cheer
time.
people on.
That's
You get to be
funny.
loud
Yeah.
and like,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
I like to put sports on the TV and then play the Nutcracker Suite and turn the volume of the TV off.
there you go.
Really,
Ah, there you go.
no, but you find out that sports works in 4/4 time.
and the
Mm.
Nutcracker
Yeah.
Suite goes well with
just it
football or
matches.
hockey.
It matches even tennis. It matches perfectly. Until you get to
Gonna have
what's
to
his
try
name,
that.
John. If you get to John McEnroe, he's in the waltz
He
category.
will. Yeah, John McEnroe is like brilliant though. Like who
I
didn't want to
know.
watch tennis? I think he got more people watching tennis because of his mouth and his temper
Yeah.
tantrums
Mm.
than
Oh yeah, because
anyone.
it was
Yep.
fun. It was fun to
Yeah,
watch.
I mean, who
True.
doesn't want to watch
Yeah.
someone totally freak out? Like that's funny. But okay, so we've got the sports, but it seems like this list that you sent me, you were talking about zip lining, there's whitewater rafting,
Yeah,
there's
cool.
tubing. So
Yep.
there's
Mm.
still, and Flock to the Rock at Chimney Rock, which we went to with you guys. So
Yeah, that was
still,
awesome.
like we're gonna get to the
Yeah.
music, but it seems like a lot of active stuff because now the temperature is cooling down, and people are
Right.
like, we're hauling while we can, you know.
Yep.
Wow. So the zip lining, I swear I saw you guys do some zip lining the other day on your Facebook.
We did a few months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A few months ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It's always a good time. Oh yeah. Mountaintop to mountaintop. Views like you cannot believe.
Oh my gosh. And then whitewater rafting. Have you done that's a little different than when we talked with Cody about doing the beer crawls along
Yeah.
the that's a little different.
done that as
Whitewater
well.
rafting. Yeah, I mean that
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
can still do it this time of year, all the way through the end of October,
Mhm.
you're saying you can do it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
A little chilly.
That's what's interesting is about the French Broad River. So it's different sections. So the tubing will be like the casual part that goes through the River Arts District, where you're seeing all the River Arts buildings, the breweries.
Cool.
Where Cody took us on the float with the beer tour. And then the whitewater rafting is a little bit more to the north, where that part of the French Broad is totally different, where it's the whitewater up to level 4. So totally different
Wow.
sections of the river. It's interesting how it changes.
Mm. Wow.
How interesting. Like I kind of want the whitewater, but I really want the beer instead.
No,
too.
well, you can't do both.
I don't want to
you
spill
can't-
the beer.
You can't. The whitewater, you got to be aware. I've done some whitewater
You do.
stuff, and you got to
Ah.
be on it. You can't. No,
Mm-mm. No.
I've had my
Yeah,
experience.
don't combine the
with
two.
Oopsie, fell off the raft.
Yeah, and
Oh.
oopsie, when someone went to Nancy went tubing down a river in South Africa, and
Oh gosh,
it
there
was
was so much
flooding,
flood.
and so they actually were
That did.
they were the illegals in the race. They went down another tributary, and
Oh.
then they were
Yeah, we
sinking,
went
and they were
down the
going over
side.
treetops. It was just this year of epic flooding everywhere, and
Yeah.
she
Oh.
went under, and our friend
Yeah.
went to pick her up, and grabbed her shirt, and he got her up, and then her shirt was, So Nancy showed her
Well,
pride and joy everywhere.
It was like,
It's here I
hello.
am. Look at me.
Well, see, because we paid our
I'm
money.
30 and perky.
No,
Oopsie.
we paid our money to be part of the race, and they took the money, but they never gave us our pass. So when we got there,
Oh.
we had all
They
these,
said, "We're
our
still doing
raft
it."
and all these people, 4 or 5 people in the raft, and they said, no, you can't compete. And we're like, well,
For you.
and we want our money back. We'll go drink, So they didn't. They wouldn't refund the money, and they wouldn't let us in. So we were like, if one guy goes, I know a tributary. We can walk like half a mile. We're like, let's do it. So we came in, and the tributary was so fast and so much rougher.
No, they went down a waterfall.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what happened.
Dude,
They
we
heard a
went
waterfall.
down. Yeah, we went
Oh.
down a
Waterfall.
waterfall.
And then you
It
see
was
that
so
we're
much
standing,
fun.
us kids,
Yeah.
waiting for our parents to come home. We're standing on the banks. They're like, what? We don't know what's going on. We have no clue. And we see them all of a sudden. We're like, why is everyone here? Because we know they're badasses. Like, why are they not here? All of a sudden, out of
funny.
nowhere, there's this little like streamlet thing, and they spin out, like literally spin out. And and as they came through, they gave everybody the finger. So that was
That's right.
It came out with their. I mean, I don't like how you went through all of that and then spun out into the race, and all their hands were up, giving everyone the finger.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was hysterical. They were like, "Screw you, we're
but
still in the race."
The
That's it.
waterfall was amazing because we're like, oh crap, and we're like, oh, we're gonna die. We're like, oh, whatever. I'm like, no, I got a kid, and so we
So
got down.
everyone, whitewater raft this year in Asheville. I promise you, it won't
There
be
you go.
Nancy's experience. You don't need to flick the bird.
No, you
Apparently, we're
don't.
not allowed to do that anymore. No one finds that fun. I was
No,
doing an interview
whatever.
yesterday with a lady talking about road rage. I said, listen, have we all forgotten the joy of giving someone the bird and the person actually laughing at it? Like, yeah, I was an idiot on the road. We can't do that anymore. Come on, people, have some humor. The bird's the word.
I know.
I'm just saying, come on, have some fun with it. It used to be a thing of going, hey, you were an idiot, and the person going, I know, sorry, but now we're gone to this other crazy level. I say get in the whitewater, do it, but if you don't want to spill your beer, go on the coatings.
On the beer float.
Float.
Yeah, but it was fun going over the waterfall. It was like about 5-6 feet, not a big one, like a 20-foot one.
Big enough.
And yeah, it was enough.
Yep.
And then as you went down, like as you went over the cliff, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh shit. Sorry. And then as
do
you're
we have
going,
to beep this out because of our own
sorry, as you went nose first, right? This is what got me. The rubber raft ducky thingy that we were in kind of started to shift. It was going nose first, and then it shifted to sideways. So we all got it like boom.
So I was going to say, in Asheville, you have guides, you have people. You don't have to do the African experience. You have real people helping you. Do not listen to Nancy. Have a good time. Have a good time. You've got people helping you.
You'll be fine. Come on, it was fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I just
It
don't,
was,
what is the
okay.
Chow Chow
We're still here.
Festival? I want to, yeah, you guys, you're Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Wild. Like you're
I'm
up
still
there
here.
dancing. I just don't want to spill any kind of libation. I'm into
No, of
savor
course.
every drop. But Chow Chow
Mhm.
Festival is Chow 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 Chow, or is it food?
Chow
Like
Chow.
there's Chow Chow.
Yep.
Like okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Chow
So that's
Chow.
a
Tell
big
everybody
foodie festival.
Chow Chow.
Cool.
That is a big foodie festival.
Oh,
I don't know
September
how many years
7th
they've
through
been doing it,
10th.
several years.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
September
been going
7th
for
through 10th.
several years. A lot of the big well-known restaurants that are part of that, including ones like Kurate with Katie Button and Chai Pani, all the ones that have been like James Beard Award winners and stuff like that.
Cool. Very
Oh.
cool.
Yeah.
And then you have the North Carolina Mountain State Fair. So that happens in Asheville? I didn't know that you guys had that.
Yes, that's at the Agriculture Center, like by the airport. So about 15 minutes from us.
Yep.
Oh, so September 8th through 17th. Everyone, all of this is online and we'll, we're going to put a list together and we'll link it from the podcast for everyone. But the state fair, okay, talking about food. Like seriously, who wants the corn dog? I'm just asking you guys because we always talk about Sausage Day. Steve, what do you
Deep fried candy bars?
What?
Deep fried candy bars, yes.
How do you do that without it melting?
What?
You got
Deep
me.
fried.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I've never
That's a
tried.
real
I don't
thing?
want to know. Yeah, it's a real thing.
I want one.
So
I
you-
just
Like
got
a
excited
donut,
about funnel cake and corn
So
dogs and beer are
The
great.
funnel
So
cakes
you-
are good.
There you deep fry your Snickers.
You do. Well, I had the Three Musketeers, and it's like a donut
Yeah,
around
Milky Way.
your Three Musketeers.
Oh my God.
Donut.
That's
They dip, it in
so
donut,
good.
they dip it in donut batter and then they shove it in the hot oil and somehow it forms around it and keeps it
Oh, my
from
God.
Listen, donut.
It's
There's nothing like a good
insulation.
donut. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's so good.
So
Oh my
sweet.
God. So
Dangerous.
So
Wow.
what about the
It's
fair?
like
You guys
a
have to have good
chocolate
musicians coming
sandwich.
to the fair too. Like that's the other part about fairs is kind of
Mhm.
understanding the roots of your community, farming, agriculture,
Yep.
all that, the FFA and all that. But music
Exactly.
is always a huge deal about fairs is going to the
Mhm.
concerts and stuff too. And I've got
Yep.
to remind everybody that Asheville has some fabulous musicians. I mean, you
Yeah.
got some good music heritage
Definitely.
in your area.
We
Writing
do.
heritage. I mean, it's a creative community. So that's going to be
Mhm.
awesome too. So that and
Yeah.
then what's going on with this salvage station? Rabbit, what am I reading?
Rabbit.
What? Oh, there's this outdoor.
Yeah, these are all
There's
music
outdoor-
venues.
Oh, these are Harris, Cherokee, Orange Peel. Oh, I know you love Orange Peel, you guys. The Gray
we do.
Eagle, Silverados, Rabbit, Salvation,
Yep.
Salvation Station, Salvage Station.
Salvation
So
Station,
these are
yeah.
all concerts that are going on throughout this.
These are all
this time.
little music venues that are local to us. So there's always stuff going on there, and then we have like that new AVL Fest that's going to be a new 4-day music festival that hopefully comes back every year. And it's all across these venues, so that's going to be something.
Oh, and that's like the first weekend in August. So folks, check that out. I know
Mhm.
we're airing this the 1st of August, but you guys have been doing a ton of music. So it's interesting, where you decided to, hey, we're going to do the B&B here. You chose an amazing home, obviously, to do it in this beautiful
Mhm.
Victorian mansion with amazing history. And you've got amazing history lying behind there with the graveyard. Seriously,
Mhm.
you got Thomas Wolfe and O. Henry and everybody
I
lying
know.
behind you. And occasional bears traipsing through, but in
Yep.
the Montford Historic District. So you choose this, amazing setting, but you also,
Mhm.
as we know, love nature, wildlife. So it's amazing how much you guys as innkeepers, which is huge work, you're able to run out,
Right.
go do a hike or go see waterfalls within minutes. You're off and doing something, which means the same for your guests, but it's the same with music. And I know you travel all over for music, but not that far. So it's like, it seems like, and we keep threatening to do this, and I think we're going to have to do it. I want to do a music show just on the South, like from Texas,
Mm,
really
that'd be
all the way because
Mhm.
so much happened to shape America's music in certain
Right.
regions, roots, and
Mhm.
heavy metal. Even like one of the first heavy metal bands, literally in this country, was Bang, the band. We've had them on the show, and it was
That's
they
cool.
met
Yep.
Ozzy Osbourne. They started
That's
they
awesome.
got stoned in Delray Beach. Answered they saw this poster, and they were high, and they went, let's go to this concert over here, and they just set up and started playing, and they weren't invited. They were not on the list, and they made it turned out to be like
Well,
everybody. They turned out to be actually one of the most very first heavy metal bands.
mhm.
Frank
That's
Ferrara,
very
yeah,
cool.
no, they're amazing. They got a new album coming out, so pitch for them. But and
Oh,
it
cool.
happened. Florida was like this. Everyone started traveling down from the Northeast south, and
Mhm.
then it started going backwards that way. It's like Mississippi and Louisiana music started going up to Chicago, and then it came back down
Mhm.
again. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But you guys have been doing this. I know musicians have their trails and their roots of what they do, but it seems
Mhm.
like Asheville is a hub, and every musician we interview, we talk about, they're like,
Yep.
oh, we want to go to Asheville again. We love Asheville. Musicians
Yeah.
love your city, and it seems like it kind of goes in and out of that, and
Mhm.
is getting better and bigger at it. I don't know. What do you guys
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
with all that you're
I
doing?
think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, Orange Peel has always been iconic. It's been rated as one of the top live music venues by Rolling Stone and a bunch of other things. So, I mean, one thing when you first get to the Orange Peel, and I don't think we've taken you, we'll have to take you in the front. You just, before you even go in the venue, they have, whatever you want to say, little
Placards.
placards. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. Of all the well-known names of when they played there, what year, and the names you would just
Awesome.
be like, wow. And some of them are like Eric Church, where before he was big. So
Mm.
just some really well-known people have played there.
Mhm.
Cool.
So and people, yeah, and then you got Warren Haynes, just around.
Oh,
Of
sure.
course.
Sorry, I had to bring him up, right? Government
Of
mule, and
course.
I have to.
Yeah.
I love him, right? He's incredible.
Yeah.
So you've got
Yeah.
his history, but he's an amazing
Right.
guitarist and just a soulful human being. And then he does a concert every year in Asheville to raise money, and that's
Always.
coming up,
Yep.
isn't it? In winter or something, he does that, like
Yeah.
a nonprofit gig. Yeah, he's very cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like a lot of music is happening. What is the last band that
Mhm.
you saw at the Orange Peel?
Steel Panther.
Mm.
So still, tell. Was it good? I keep seeing your photos.
Oh.
I'm
Oh
like,
yes,
holy
they're
cow.
very, very
Yeah.
entertaining, but it is not for everyone. We'll just put
Yeah.
it nicely that way.
Hey,
Yeah, but
Yep.
you know what? When people are reaching to the future with new styles, that's what it is.
or is it new styles? Heavy
Mhm.
metal, right? Heavy
Yeah.
metal, naughty
Well, they're
I'm
playing
just
kind of
saying.
shenanigans.
Haiti style hair metal is what they play, but
Oh,
it's original
sweet.
Yeah.
songs.
Oh,
But
cool.
it's kind of a comedy act as well while they're up there, and
Mhm.
Cool.
it's
Fun.
a wild show.
Fun. That's fun.
Yeah,
And
it's
you guys
wild.
have, so you have
Awesome.
like if somebody wanted to go to Asheville, like they could actually do like a music road trip and hit Asheville as part of it and
Sure.
go like, because there's
Mhm.
like, you guys seem to go not far from home to get more music. That's
No,
my
there's
point.
quite a bit within an hour,
Just surrounding states.
2 hours even. Yep.
That's cool.
Wow. You guys
Yeah.
just saw a Guns N' Roses band, right? Like a tribute band and stuff.
Yeah, we've seen we get a lot of tribute bands, which is cool because it's just a cheap night out at some of these nice little local venues. So it's the same thing. You're supporting, local spots and local
Hmm.
bands, which is, we totally believe in that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Where's the place that we always go have burgers and play trivia with you? Where's that? Like, I want to.
Bold Rock Cider. Bold
I
Rock
love
Cidery.
it there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it
that's a
there.
fun spot.
But they
Mhm.
should let us
That's
win.
always a good
I
thing.
just want to say, like,
Mm-mm.
why didn't we
Mm-mm.
win
Well, we'll
last
have
time?
to talk to Quizmaster Chops next time and see if we can push a win.
I think
Yeah.
he accommodates all our
No.
shenanigans. He's very
No,
nice.
come on. You got to play fair. Come on.
We
Yeah.
will.
Your
We
big-
will. You know we
Put your
will.
big girl shoes on. Shoes
What,
on. and come
okay, what
on.
about karaoke? What about karaoke? Does Asheville do
Oh, that's fun
karaoke?
too.
There are places that do karaoke certain days of the week. There's open mic nights.
Oh, I
There's
love
the
open
dueling
mic.
piano
Yeah, there's a lot
bar.
more open mic nights lately. I've noticed
Really?
there's
That's so
several
awesome.
of those now. So
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
oh, I
a lot
like
of them
that.
provide the instruments and everything.
Really? Oh,
Wow.
I want to go. I
Mhm.
want to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
next
I
time
want
we
to.
come,
I want to go play the
Yeah.
bongos.
I want to go to an open. I am jonesing so bad to get back into music. I can't even stand it.
All right.
There you
I
go.
will
Let's
do
do it.
anything to get back into it. I will, dude.
All
You have
right.
no idea. Like, dudes.
We will go.
Uh-oh.
I want to get back.
Uh-oh.
I can't. I mean, it's part of who I am. And it's like,
I
karaoke
understand
is
that.
like fun and silly. And it is fun and silly, like seriously.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
just to go jam for a night would be so classic, I
Mhm.
think that's
Sure.
beautiful for traveling musicians to
Oh yeah.
to also learn the locals. Like when you move to a town as a musician, the first thing you do is go to open mic night to start to know who's who in town. And you
Yeah.
start establishing your family that way. It's like, oh, I'm new in town. I don't know anybody. First thing you do
Right.
is that, and start going out to all the music venues, getting to know the musicians, sitting in and doing stuff, So
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
Asheville being such a creative community, that is freaking cool that you guys are doing
Awesome.
that. Yeah, we used to run one.
Definitely.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
that's very
so
cool.
what
Yeah.
about tell me about Big Dill Pickle Fest, because
So
I had
we
to
have
bring
not
that
been to
up.
that yet. I know.
Hmm.
We have not been to that yet. So that's at a place called The Whale, which is a really cool craft beer
The
place
Whale
in West
has a big
Asheville.
pickle.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's got what's the
It
big
should be
pickle?
interesting.
Is it a pickleball or pickles? Like
Cool.
music? The
No, I believe it's anything about actual dill pickles.
pickles. Oh, I
I-
love pickles.
Oh.
Mm.
Ah.
Mm.
Oh.
So we will
when
check that out and find out what it is.
Yeah. Report
Yeah.
back to you.
If there is a pickle eating contest, I'm in.
Oh,
I'm in. But
my
now this is the
gosh.
other thing. We're seeing people like
divisions.
pickleball tourism is picking up. That's a hard thing
Oh,
to
it
say.
is. Yeah.
Oh, pickleball.
It
Yeah.
is. Now I don't know
Where are we
yet
going on
about
this?
it, but no, people are having their pickleball
Mm.
bats, or whatever they have, those little paddle things, pickleball
Yeah,
paddles.
Yes.
paddles,
You said
yes.
that 10 times.
Paddles.
Yeah,
People
paddle.
are now
I
having
think they
them
call them paddle.
customized. Yeah, they're customized
Mhm.
and all
I heard
kinds
they're
of.
getting a lot of injuries now too, because I guess a lot of them are in their later years, and they're getting hurt because they're moving more now, and a lot of people are getting
That's
pickleball
what happens.
injuries.
What
I
happens
got
when
pickled.
you eat your
That's
pickle?
when you can say you've been pickled. You've been pickled.
That's what happens. You can't just go smack your pickle.
I don't.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry, but Karen, you sent me the
Mm.
list with the Big Dill Pickle Fest. I'm not going to sit there and just keep quiet
Big
about that.
Dill
That's
Pickle.
funny.
I couldn't
There's
resist
no-
it myself. I'm like, it looks like something we have to go and check out. It's research.
Yeah.
You
Big
must.
pickle.
I mean, you're the innkeepers. We want to know about the big pickle. I mean, and not just
Yeah.
any pickle. It must be the dill, the big dill.
What about what about the
Big deal.
thing like, oh, you found yourself in a pickle? Like you didn't know what
Yep.
to do. So there's kind
That's
of two
amazing.
sides. It's not always the
Boy,
actual
this is
pickle.
silliness.
It's like,
Absolute silliness. Where do we go on these shows? We come on to talk
Yeah.
about Asheville.
I know.
Tell everybody what they
You're
can
making
see
me
and do.
behave
And we go.
myself.
I
See,
know.
I know.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
down
trying,
better.
but
All right.
I'm
Speaking
having
of which,
a
you do
hard
have a
time with
comedy
this.
festival. Wait, we're allowed because
Oh.
there's a
Cool.
comedy festival coming up August 9th
Yep.
through
Awesome.
12th. That's cool.
Yep.
Oh God, you guys need a
Mhm.
comedy
Yeah.
club. Like, you have the Orange Peel, but you need a comedy club. Because I mean,
I
anybody.
don't believe there's one full time, but that's why a lot of them are doing like the comedy nights with the open mic night. One of our
The
good
open mic
friends,
comedy.
Jay, is he's
Mm.
like an amateur comedian, so we've gone out
Cool.
and watched him, and
Don't
he's
you
just
call
having a
him
good
an
time going out
amateur? If
there.
you get up on stage once, you've already like.
He'll call himself
someone-
an amateur. He's just a fun guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does
Did
all
you
right.
call him a fun guy after we talked about mushrooms? Seriously? You just did that. I'm serious. Like what? But like a comedy
Hello.
fest. I mean, we need it more now than ever. And I want to stand up for
Oh,
every
yeah.
comedian. I don't care if I agree with you or not on anything. Say what you want.
Right.
Let
Say
the
what you want. I
comedians
agree.
speak free, because if you
Yeah.
step foot
Mhm.
into a comedy zone, the point is everyone is getting roasted. Comedy is
Right.
about
Sure.
roasting.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Fought for freedom of speech in this country. People
Jeff
died for
Ross
it.
must
so
be
get
going
this-
nuts
stop it.
like right now about like, come on, roasting is a roast, you know.
Yeah.
I think
If you
Jeff Ross
don't
needs to
like
go
it,
everywhere.
put earplugs in or leave.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean,
If you don't want to
come on.
laugh, don't go. Don't listen. Exactly.
Right.
I mean, it's seriously. Get it.
Don't go to a
Yeah.
bluegrass festival and get mad that there's bluegrass
Yeah.
when you're in
Right.
Appalachia.
Ding, ding, ding,
Okay?
ding. Yeah.
And by the way, you have
yeah.
a lot of that happening too. You have all kinds of music
We do.
happening. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can
we
find it
do.
almost all the time at some place or another.
Bluegrass
There's
is
bluegrass
always.
being played.
Always
Music, you've
bluegrass.
got movies in the park. Yeah, this is cool. You've got shindig on the green. Now, tell me about the
Ooh.
shindig.
Mm.
What makes it a shindig?
It's a
So
groovy
they have
shit,
it. It's
man.
in Peck.
Got
Yeah, it's a
moonshine.
groovy, right? It's in Peck Square Park. They have a nice stage. They have food vendors, the Appalachia style music and clogging and you name it. So it's just a nice taste of
Clogging.
Appalachia.
Oh,
Yep.
I wanna
Then
see
there's
clogging.
moonshine. Someone's got moonshine. Someone's got the shine in their pocket. You know they do. They walk around and
I'm
everyone
sure they
thinks they're
do.
fireflies, but it's not. It's the shine in the pocket. Really good. So, what is this Sourwood Festival happening in Black Mountain? We're going to be there. Ooh.
Yeah, we haven't checked that out either. That was just something of interest. I'm assuming everything sourwood honey, which is really good if you've never had it. It's definitely more common out here. And Black Mountain's just a cute little town, smaller Asheville kind of thing.
And it's kind of like Burnsville, where we're going to be in later
Yeah.
August, right? Burnsville's cool,
Yeah.
man. It's beautiful. We were
Yeah.
there in the winter, so it's going to be interesting to see it in the summer and
Mhm.
go
Mhm.
hiking around and everything. Okay, so you've got Brews and Bears happening August 11th at the WNC Nature Center. That's cool. And you guys do have bears, so is that like a fundraiser for them, the Nature Center?
So it's like an educational thing to help people understand how to deal with when they come across bears or try to keep your garbage can secured and stuff like that. So it's educational, but yet it's fun. They give the bears little trotsicle treats where it's like frozen trout inside that ice, and they just kind of lick on it and chew on it while everybody learns about the bears. And it's just an after-hours thing where you can wander around with a beer in your hand, wine in your hand, and just see the animals after hours. So it's just
Wait
a
a
fun
minute.
thing
Who's
to do.
licking on the treats? The humans
The
or the animals? The
Bears.
bears.
But you never know.
Yeah, if you want a
No,
trout
just-
sickle, they might give you one.
I was
No,
just-
but, okay, so the bears get treats.
and no, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Okay. No, but that's
Alrighty
good
then.
because then you teach them, Okay. So
Yeah.
then
Well, they'll
speaking
bring
of
the bears
nature,
out too, because the bears will usually just sleep unless they got something to do, and if it's eating, they'll wake up for food.
if you bring them up a honey
course.
brew, like you don't have
Yeah.
any honey, that's it. They're gonna know Steve is a brewmaster, so they'll be all like, "Steve's got the brews. He's got the honey in the pocket.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Here,
Yep.
here
He
for
knows.
bears.
He knows honey in the
The
well.
new thing.
He's got it. He's got it. So I'm looking at more of these. Oh my gosh, you guys have so much a record fair. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
Like actual
I can't
vinyl?
wait to check that out.
Are you
So it's going to be actual
Ooh.
vinyl. Yep.
Dude.
Oh,
And that's going to be in the Cherokee Center,
No.
so that's a good sized venue. So it should be interesting to see how much vinyl you can find there.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Mhm.
I do want to eat the vinyl because it's like licorice looking.
What?
I can't help it. I want to eat it every time I see
Alrighty then.
vinyl.
They have
I'm
some of the
like, "Ooh,
candy
it's kinda
colored ones now too.
I know
know.
they got the Twizzler color, but that's not good licorice.
Yeah.
You want the, you know.
Mm.
Do you know California apparently has stopped doing licorice because apparently it's bad for your heart if you eat way too much. But now you can't get licorice in California.
Come on.
No,
Oh
it's not.
no!
No,
You
seriously.
can smoke
Oh.
pot in California.
Yeah, but you can't have
No,
the
I know
munchies and
you
eat
could have
licorice.
pot and
You can't have
alcohol
licorice.
and all this stuff, but no,
No,
licorice should not
no,
allowed.
I don't know how
What
true
the
all of that
heck?
is. A friend just told me
I
that. I'm
do.
like, I gotta look it up. But
Somebody angered a politician somewhere
I
in
know. I
California.
mean, I
That's
don't
what
know.
it is.
They maybe
Let's get
ate too
real,
much.
people.
That's
Come on.
crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, let's go to Flock to the Rock. Tell us about this Chimney
Yep.
Rock. We love Chimney Rock. We went there with you
Mm.
last year
Mm-hmm.
around, this same time in August, September, and it was amazing. So isn't that like
It
part
is.
of the bird festival? As I recall,
Yes.
something to do with
Mhm.
birds?
It is when the bird migrations, especially the bigger birds, start coming through, and of course they have a bunch of specialists that can tell you about the birds and what you're seeing, and just same thing, education.
Cool.
As you know, they have a few ambassador animals that they'll bring out to educate people that they can't release back in the wild. So they use them for education.
Cool. Very cool. There's a lot
that's
going
cool.
on, basically.
Oh,
Birds,
sure.
Yeah.
beer, no licorice. You can find licorice in North Carolina, trust me.
Yeah, we can still get
there's
licorice.
there's gonna be a black market for licorice.
Literally for black licorice. A black market for
Yep.
black licorice somewhere, but whitewater rafting, ziplining, hiking, I mean,
Yep.
food, brews, all of it. And there's wine in North Carolina too. I'm just going to say, and Asheville
Oh,
has it.
yeah.
They have wineries too. So, everyone, thank you for joining us here on the Adventures in Asheville show. We hope you go there. Don't forget, look up Steve and Karen, Mr. and Mrs. Wild. Go to lion-rose.com. Keep
Cool.
up with us at bigblendradio.com. Thank you guys so much for having another fun conversation. Sorry we were a little
thank you.
naughty.
Sure.
We promised to
It's always
behave
a good
next time,
time.
but not
Yep.
really.
No, not really. No, it's all about fun.